signal?
Yeah.
Hello, Simosina. Hello, Simosina. Hello, and how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. And I hope that you are too. Hello, Angel. Hello, Angel. Hello, and how are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. And I hope that you are too.
The two kindergartens that you will see here have their roots in a long tradition of humanistic education. Lauren teaches in a private school, Pam in an inner-city public school. Both of their classrooms are characterized by respectful relationships, a carefully planned learning environment, and curriculum that is developmentally appropriate, interesting, and meaningful to children.
The most important thing, I think, that we can do for children this year is to get them excited about learning.
One of my most important goals for the children or any child in a learning environment is that we provide them with opportunities that make them want to be lifelong learners.
Both of these teachers are dedicated to the development of the whole child.
We take the children wherever they are and move them along throughout the year as we see appropriate. In all areas, social, emotional, intellectual, physical.
Physical development is important because children's bodies are their way of acting upon the world around them. They have a high level of energy and a strong need for activity. They are provided with many and varied opportunities to use and develop their large and small muscles.
In school, anything else?
Children need to trust that the classroom is a safe and secure place where they can express their feelings and have many successful experiences. Friendships and social interactions with adults and children are vitally important for young children. Meaningful learning occurs when children discover and construct knowledge for themselves through their active involvement with materials. Teaching in these classrooms is based on respect for children and knowledge of child development. The teachers know that children learn best from direct experience. They try to understand children and help each one grow in ways that are right for the individual.
There are two turtles, and they're sitting on a rock.
Pam and Lauren know that positive relationships are very important. They form the foundation from which children will learn, discover, create, and communicate. In their classrooms, they work to foster relationships between children. They communicate caring and respect. They really hear the children's concerns and provide comforting arms.
Peer relationships are extremely important. We plan activities to encourage children to maybe play with other people or work with other people that they don't usually choose to on their own. We'll pair them up on special projects and things so that they can get to work and to be with other people that might not be their first choice.
The learning environment is the second important ingredient in a program that supports the development of the whole child. In these kindergartens, the learning environment is carefully planned, attractive, orderly, and responsive to children's interests and abilities. The classrooms are organized into clearly defined areas that are the cornerstone of the curriculum. A block area, equipped with a set of hardwood unit blocks, is an essential part of the learning environment for young children. Blocks help children develop skills like sequencing and directionality, and provide a medium through which children can express their growing understanding of the world.
The more blocks you have, the more mess you may have, but the more elaborate structures will come from the children. I've noticed a tremendous growth.
Hello, Mommy. What you doing? Is this?
The beauty of blocks is the social interaction that goes on as children plan and collaborate on a project. And some children have an easier time with that than others, and this is a really good place to develop those skills. blocks for math is just an incredible thing because of the equivalencies that they experience with the various unit blocks and that. And the potential is unlimited for creative exploration, imagination, those kinds of things. I wish we had more blocks.
The dramatic play area is designed to encourage children to use language and to pretend. In it, they can deal with their feelings and imitate the actions of grown-ups to learn how different roles feel. They also gain experience in abstract representation that will contribute to their later ability to read and to write. The math and manipulative area is equipped with materials such as scales, matching games, construction toys, puzzles, and computers that help children learn mathematical concepts and spatial relationships. The art area provides many opportunities for children's creative expression, problem solving, and physical and sensory development. It includes materials for painting, drawing, construction, and modeling.
The children do all of the preparation independently. Their exploration on paper is done in any way they want to. They explore with mixing of paints, and I never teach them that yellow and blue are green. We just talk about what are the possibilities, what would happen if, and this is the space that you can mix in. And as long as a child is happy with their product, that's the kind of painting we expect for them to do in kindergarten.
The reading area has an assortment of good children's books and provides a quiet and pleasant place for a child to discover the joys of reading. The writing area includes pens, pencils, paper, and other materials for children to use in writing and making books.
The children in this class are used to writing and drawing about their experiences and expressing their ideas and feelings through their journals.
The science area encourages children's curiosity and promotes discoveries. In it, they find out about the world around them.
Let me see if it's bigger than the head of it.
Active play in a thoughtfully designed outdoor environment helps children release energy, develop creativity, and learn spatial concepts by experiencing them with their bodies. Many kinds of learning can occur outdoors.
Ali has 2 houses.
Pam and Lauren use themes as the focus of their curriculum, the hub around which appropriate activities are planned and subject areas are integrated. The use of carefully chosen themes enables children to explore topics that are interesting and meaningful to them. And when children investigate content that interests them, it gives them something to think about, to talk about, and to read, write, and draw about.
We find that every child coming to kindergarten is really interested in learning about themselves. And so this unit in particular is focusing on the child and their development. So we're doing timelines to show how they've grown from birth through infancy and toddlerhood till now they're 5-year-olds. The pink on their timeline is their birth date information. So at birth they were so many inches long, and the green on the sheet on their timeline is their now picture. And so I've just coordinated those 2 colors so that they could recall, at birth I was this length and now I'm this tall. For the children, it's a big me. For a teacher, I'm calling it it's a mapping activity where we're tracing the whole child. It's being used for the child to compare their growth from birth till now. So they're doing a math activity with measuring, social studies mapping activity where they have to locate the proper place to place eyes and nose and mouth, to be able to map in where their clothing begins or ends, and in looking at a mirror, trying to replicate what they're wearing, which is always interesting for me, because as I look at Tony, Tony has no stripes on his clothes, but was having so much fun coloring and was so intent on making the stripes go across his shirt and across his pants, he didn't want to go out to play. Andrew, on the other hand, recognized that he had words on his t-shirt, and so wrote words on his shirt, and remembered that the color of his shirt was pink. So with one child who was able to really do something that was very similar to what he was wearing, in contrast to Tony, who was really having fun with doing the designs on his shirt and having a lot of fun doing it. We fit the zoo in by looking at me as a 5-year-old and things that I can do, looking at our homes, as I said, and then so we've done the same thing with zoo animals. We've said, what are the zoo animals' homes like? The trip was wonderful. The children were so excited. There are 8 children in this class of 23 who have never been to the zoo before. They were so interested in all of the animals that they were seeing. They were so interested in recording information. Some of the very non-verbal children in the classroom became so very verbal at the zoo. This is the place that she lives. This is Mari's house. You know, I've never seen her sleeping, so I'm not really sure, but maybe right out here, or I see a covering over there. She's so large and big, right? She has a very long Mari, do you want to go to see her? We can move over to her. Now, as they return into the class, they're trying to reconstruct some of the things that they've seen at the zoo. They're trying to reconstruct animal homes that they've seen and recorded. What was the grass called? We learned a new word yesterday, huh? Remember? Norma. That's right. It was called hay. Is that the grass you're talking about? Because what did the elephant do with the hay?
Eat it.
We saw Mari using her nose. And her nose has a special name, her trunk. Show me with your hands. What did she do with her hands? With her trunk. How did she pick up the hay that was on the ground? She did this. Yep, she sucked it and she twirled it and she moved it around, almost like people eat poi with their fingers, right? She squished the hay around, and what did she do?
She ate it.
She did. She showed me how she put it through her mouth.
She ate the hay.
It went in a big bundle, didn't she?
Big mouth.
She had a big mouth, right? Show me. Show me. Show me. This animal is very big, so stands very tall. Listen. Now. Roar, lion. Show me with your face, lion. Roar, lions.
We started the year at the sea, and we wanted to bring the children back to the sea. The reason we started looking at the monk seal, because for children, they can relate to a monk seal. We started with that. All right. Then we looked at studied the sea lion, because we can then compare the species. Then we look at a reptile who's also endangered. We decided to rather than deal with the panda and the cheetah, which are animals that are not familiar to them in their environment, that we would stick to Hawaiian endangered animals. And that's how we decided on those animals.
The Hawaiian green sea turtle. And then we swim some more, and we're swimming, and we get up on the shore. Everybody rest. Oh, and we're going to lay 100 eggs.
Mommy turtles have short tails so that the tails don't get in the way when they lay their eggs. And here's something more about the eggs. The shell of the turtle eggs is soft. Thank you, Mommy. Okay, that has to do. Oh, this has to do with nesting too.
The mommy turtles have
Pat?
down the sand on the nest.
Does that have to do with nesting and eggs?
Yes.
100 eggs. How many is 100 eggs? Okay. 100 turtle eggs. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. And somebody says it's 10 tens. Right? Okay. And somebody else said 2 50s. And still somebody else said
425.
425s. So now we have 10,
12.
11, 12. Now we have 12. So if we're counting this whole basket of blocks, we have to send this basket around again. Your good idea was 4 groups of 25, right? Okay, so we've got one group here, another group here, there's another group. Do we have another one?
Yes.
Where? Show me that. Aha! Okay. That's such a good idea, Will.
Okay.
Okay, this way. Can you help me by holding this piece right there? Right there, thanks. Okay, here we go. Round, 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 round. And all right, now do we have our 4 groups of 25?
Yes.
Is it easier to see with the yarn than it was with the ruler and the pen? Is it easier to see? I thought so, and that's why I kept you in so we could do this. Yeah. Thank you, that was such a good idea you had. Would you like to share it? Sure. When we come in, we're going to leave it just like this so you can talk about your idea. It's always really exciting to see kids play out what they're learning, because then it becomes their knowledge. Their play in the sandbox demonstrated their knowledge about sea turtles making their nests in the sand. We consider children and where they're coming from and what they're trying to understand about their world. Why can't they do that now? Why can't people catch
Because they're rare. Because they're rare. They don't have any more.
There aren't many left.
They're almost none.
You're going to see children's approaches, different approaches to a project. You have the child who's very deliberate, who's into detail, that spends a lot of time at the very beginning, you have and stays with the project to the very end. And then you have a child who starts off that way because probably everybody else is doing it, and then realizes this is too hard, and so sloshes it all brown and says, I know what, I'm going to come back and put the detail on later, which is what he did choose to do today. Different kinds of approaches to doing things, you know, and I think that we try to be and hopefully are very open, allowing children to come at projects in their own way. We take it from the children, you know. It's like setting out the Play-Doh, and if they want to make sea turtles or the monk seal shapes and that. If today when a child went over and made a turtle and said, this is a male, that clearly demonstrates that that's something that became part of her knowledge base about sea turtles, you know. And so we try to remember all of those kinds of things and take children further. We went to the beach, and the children were in the water and dramatized Mama Honu in the water looking for a beach. And they come up, and by then they know the depth that it needs to be, so we take a yardstick out there and we dig a hole that deep, and they cheat. They use their front flippers because they couldn't get their back flippers to work quite the way they wanted it to.
Whoa! Oh, that's long enough.
This is the level of the sand right here on the outside. Is it at least 17 inches?
Yeah, it's a little
How many inches deep is it? Land, honey?
Can I put it in
Right now we're going to come on, we're going to count. Make sure that you have... Sweetie, can you just hold on to the egg? Jordan, would you very carefully lay your 4 eggs in there? We'll help you count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kristen? 5, 6, 7, 8, 55,
56,
7,
58,
59, 60,
97,
98, 99.
100.
Okay, now what's the mother honey going to do now?
Period.
Bury it up. Hey, I can't. What about? I'll mark it like so I know how to do it. Pretend you are a baby turtle. Reach up and grab the sand. Push it down. You want to get out. It's been 2 months. Reach up and pull the sand down around you. You're making your way to the top. Reach up, pull the sand. Come on, baby turtles, go to the ocean. Make your way to the ocean. Go.
The main understanding in the unit is that there are animals that share our environment that need our care.
When children are actively engaged in their learning, behavior problems are minimized. Teachers keep order in these complex, busy classrooms by careful planning.
This is the choice board, as we call it in our class, and it really is a very important piece of equipment or tool in our classroom. It provides us with information on where the children are. So it would be, as a seating chart would be for a teacher in another classroom setting. With one glance, we'll know which children are or should be in any given space at a particular time during the school day. For the students, it provides them with the opportunities to be self-managing, self-directing, and also a choice in the kinds of decisions they make in terms of where they'd like to work.
They use management strategies that are respectful of children and help them to develop responsibility in their relationships and inner controls for their behavior.
The baseline rules in the classroom is that everyone's behavior needs to allow not only themselves to learn and grow, but other people too. You know, while preserving the spirit of every child, while preserving that and respecting their uniqueness, we try to develop from within that feeling of knowing what to do when and making decisions for themselves.
Assessment of children's progress in these classes is based on observing and documenting individual growth and development.
I always say assessment is ongoing. It never ends. Every time you watch a child work, every time you speak to a child, the child gives you more information on himself or herself. And then it provides you with a challenge of asking yourself, now what can I do? Now where can I go?
We collect samples of their work, we interview them, we observe them, and we write a narrative on their total personal, social, and intellectual development. We just feel very strongly that a letter, grade, or whatever doesn't say anything about what the child has really learned and how much progress the child has really made. We really don't.
Pam and Lauren know that it is very important to coordinate home and school. They communicate regularly with parents, welcome them in the classroom, and involve them in school activities whenever possible.
Parents being involved validates for the child what you're doing is real important to me.
The kindergartens we have seen here support the development of the whole child and address the heart as well as the mind. Teaching in these schools requires skill, dedication, and lots of work. But the rewards are great, helping children to learn and to love learning.